In this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you about 1, 2, and 3-point perspective through Drake's Hotline Bling. In this video, Hotline Bling, we're mostly going to be doing 1-point perspective because that's mostly what he uses. There's occasionally he switches, but first I'm going to pause on this opening shot. We have all of these cubicle walls that are all parallel to each other. And you can see if you were to draw a line along all of them and then all of these ones, they would eventually cross somewhere around here. And that would be our vanishing point. So in the next shot, we're going to see Drake in his little glowing yellow room. Same thing, 1-point perspective. If we were to draw a line from here to here and from here to here, they would cross right in the middle, and that would be our vanishing point. Now, the interesting thing about this video is there's not a whole lot of horizons, which is another term used for perspective. Like, for example, here, we don't have any horizons. They've most likely had the floor to wall have an arched transition so that you don't see like that hard edge. So we would have to follow this line all the way here and then follow this line all the way here. We'd probably find ourselves a vanishing point about here. And you can see this edge and this edge as well are angled. So we're not just looking straight down the hall like in the other shots. These are going to go off in that direction and these are going to go off in this direction. So now a very different kind of scene, a very different mood. We're going to look at the perspective in the opening scene for Dark Knight. So the term that I mentioned earlier was horizon, which we didn't see in Drake's video, but here you can see there's the horizon of the city. So shot in Chicago. Chicago is in the Midwest, which is very, very flat, and we're in a very tall building, and Chicago is very, very grid-like. So this is the perfect city to study perspective in. So this is the horizon, which is basically where the sky meets the ground. Something interesting about this scene is, like you just saw there, and like you're going to see right here, is we have all sorts of camera moves, mostly 90-degree turns, which right here is a really great example. So we're inside of this car, and we're looking down the street, and here would be our vanishing point. And you can see all of these parallel lines are going to be converging here. But this scene is going to suddenly change from 1-point perspective to 2-point perspective once they start turning the car. And they turn it 90 degrees. And you can see here, now we have a vanishing point, which was 90 degrees from the other vanishing point. So now all these lines are converging that direction.